Hello, today we will learn how to make this beautiful big element Kameja, and we will need only two motifs for our composition. And today, step by step, I will show you how to make this difficult element, and I am sure you will make it at your home with my support. I will use this bright thread just to show you how to make element Kameja. So let's start. First we need to make first chain, first loop, and you can see on the scheme we have 50 chain loops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I have first big chain. We will start from first leaf, this big one. This is the first. So we have 50 chain loops. Next we will make first row. First row, to start this row we need to make 2 chain loops to move up, and now insert hook, skip 2 chain loops here and start from the third one, insert hook below 2 threads like you can see, and make first single crochet. So first row we will make at the top of the leaf. I will show you here. So first row we will go like this. We have 50. Now we will have return here and move to this direction. Will be first top row. Next we will go around this last loop and start to make inner row, the most important row. In this row we will make this narrowing here, and that's why we will have this beautiful shape of this first leaf. So now first top row. Look to the graphic. What you need to do, first we have 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. Step by step. Now we will have 2 stitches starting from 1 point. So insert hook to next chain loop, make 2 stitches to this 1 chain loop like this. 9 stitches we have next, and just make it 1 stitch to 1 chain loop, our big chain. So let's start. Five, 9. Okay, we have it. Now 2 stitches starting from 1 chain loop again. Insert hook below 2 threads and make first single crochet and second one to the same place. Again, look to the graphic how many stitches we need to do. This time 6 single crochet and again 2 stitches starting from 1 point. First 2 rows, they are more difficult because you cannot catch clearly this chain, and it's really hard to make all the stitches. So work is slowly, but when you finish first 2 rows, everything will be much better. You will see some part of this element, you will catch it very good, and you can start very quickly to make new rows around. So we have 6 stitches. Now I can make 2 stitches starting from 1 point. Again, look to the graphic. We have next 6 stitches and 2 stitches starting from 1 chain loop like this. Catch the chain and make it. And now 2 stitches starting from 1 point. So when you start to make this big chain, you need to make it not too loosely and not too tight. it should be with middle tension, and the size of chain loops should be medium, because if you will make it very tight, you cannot insert hook. If you make it too loosely, we cannot make beautiful turning of this first of each leaf. We cannot make beautiful turning. So be careful with this moment and just make it first chain accurate, slowly accurate, and everything will be okay. Next we have on the graphic 4 single crochet and 2 stitches starting from 1 point. Now 2 stitches starting from 1 point. Now 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 2 from 1 point starting. Now we have only 2 single crochet and 2 starting from 1 point. Again 2, and 2 starting from 1 point. And again 1 and second one, and 2 starting from 1 point. Now we can see the last loop in this big chain. To this one chain loop we will make a lot of stitches. First, from this side we have on the graphic 4 stitches. So let's start. One, 2, 3, and 4. Now we will turn to this side, make picot from 4 chain loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, insert hook below 2 threads and make picot. Now start to make 3 stitches to the same point where we have previous. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, after I finish to make 3 single crochet to this chain loop here, I can start to make inner row. So let's look what we have here. You know that we use in each chain loop 2 threads. So in this side we have only 1 thread, like this. We can see it, we can use this one, but when we will make stitches in these chain loops, we will not take only 1 thread. We will insert hook in the middle of this area, like here you can see, in this area, and make stitch around all this area. In this way we will really make tight all the stitches, and we will have chance to make turning of this leaf. Okay, so let's start. Look to the graphic. We will skip some chain loops, like now. After this first one, I will skip 1 chain loop, go to the next one, insert hook in the middle here, in this area, and make 1 single crochet very tight. So make this loop, and now very tight, make this single crochet like this. Now look to the graphic. We have 1 single crochet to the next chain loop. Again, insert hook to the middle of this area and make very tight single crochet. Now we need to skip 1 chain loop, this one stitch, and go to the next one. Again the same, make very tight stitch in the middle of here. Okay, and next to the next stitch, one more time, very tight single crochet. Make it slowly because it's very hard to work, everything is very small and it's turn it all the time, so make it just slowly. Okay, you can start to see how we make this turning here step by step. Now we need to skip 1 chain loop and make 2 stitches again. Skip 1 and make 2 stitches here. 1, and very, very tight and careful. One and second one. Next, skip one chain loop and start to make 3 stitches step by step, and again very tight. First one, second one, and the last one. Next again we will skip one chain loop, skip one, go to the next one, and make very tight stitch. And one more to the next chain loop. So you see what we have in result. It started turning to the center. It looks like this turning is very strong, but don't worry. When we will finish first 2 rows and start to make this arches, step by step this turning will be not so strong, and in the finish even it looks like this, not too much turn it. This one is more turn it, and like this. Next, let's look to the graphic. We need to skip one chain loop and make 6 stitches without skipping. So skip one and make 6 step by step to each stitch of previous row. 1, 2. Again, make everything very tight. Okay, now skip one chain loop and make again 6 single crochet without skipping. Now skip one more time, one chain loop, and everything else without skipping. Finish this row just to make a lot of single crochet to each stitch, 1 single crochet, and like this finish this inner row. Okay, I almost finished first inner row, and the last stitches we have few stitches, and I will tell you about turning to the next second top row. So in the turning we have here 2 chain loops, and around these chain loops we need to make 5 single crochet just around, and just start and make, and we will have a chance to start second top row of this first leaf. So first one, second one, third, fourth, and fifth. And in this way, without cutting the thread, we turn to this direction, and now I can start to make second top row with arches. But first, before we start, we can use pin to fix the thread, and next we need to stretch and open and just make it straight, this beginning of element, and we need to iron by steam iron this beginning, and we should see clearly what we have. With this beginning we cannot work accurate, so I will iron this part of element, and we'll continue to make second top row. Okay, after I iron this beginning, these 2 rows by steam iron, I have now beautiful shape of this first part of element, and also I will like to hide this first tail. So let's look how to hide it. You need to leave tails about 20 centimeters, and now I use needle with big eye and just very accurate between stitches in the middle of this part of element. I just will go, I will take 2 or 3 centimeters and go to one direction. Okay, and next I need to move back in the same place just to another direction between stitches, like this. When we have very tight lace like here, so we can make it only 2 times. But if you have another not so tight part of element, you need to make it 3 times. Even now I will make it 3 times just to show you the right variant. And with this silky thread you should make like this 3 times in the same place, just to another different directions, and you can cut the thread. Everything will be alright with this element. So after I hide the tail, it will be more accurate, looking more accurate. Now we can continue to work. So remove the pin and start to make second row, top row. This time we will make not so tight this all stitches, because this is in top rows we can make everything a little bit loosely. This part of element will go to expanding, so it's not difficult to work. And after we made 5 stitches around this turning 2 loops, we have now 8 single crochet step by step. So first, it's very easy now. We can see previous row like this. So below 2 threads we can make 1 single crochet. This one is second, third. After this we start to make arches. All arches will be from 4 chain loops, 4, and we need to skip all the time 2 stitches of previous row and make around the 3rd stitch 1 single crochet. Like this we can make all the time during this row. 4 chain loops, skip 2 stitches and make single crochet. Now I need to finish it, so near to this picot we need to make 2 stitches. Sometimes it can be like not direct like in our graphic. It's not a problem. It's just because we have a very chaotic element, and it very often happens if you cannot clearly see the same number of stitches like you have on your graphic. So don't make it a few times, just continue to work. I made 2 single crochet now, and we have here picot. Insert hook to the middle of picot and make 1 single crochet. The last stitch of second top row. Now I need to turn this element and move back. Start to make 3rd row without cutting the thread. First we have on the graphic 2 slip stitches, so just insert hook to the next stitch, yarn over and draw through everything by 1 time. This is small stitch, slip stitch, and 1 more time, yarn over and draw the thread. Next we have 1 more time we can make the same, 3rd one, slip stitch, and now continue to work. We will use this first arch, make around 3 single crochet, first one, second one, and 3rd one, like this. Next again start to make arches from 4 chain loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and around the next arch we need to make 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet around the next arch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make this chain not tight and everything will be good. 1, 2, 3, 4 and single crochet around the arch. Like this all the time during this row. Very easy to remember and not hard to make it. Okay, now we have this third row of first leaf. Around the last arch, 3 stitches. So first we have second one and third one. Continue to work with these stitches. 2 single crochet, 1 and second stitch, and 1 slip stitch in the end. So yarn over and draw by one time all these chain loops. Okay, next we need to turn this element one more time and move back. Start from 1 chain loop, skip 1 stitch of previous row and make slip stitch to the next one, like this. Next we have 3 stitches step by step, just single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, just simple stitches, make them not tight. We have 3 stitches here and also 2 stitches around this arch, and now 3, 4 chain loops and 1 single crochet around the first arch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and single crochet like this. Now we need to count how many we have. 5, 8. So 2 more and start to make bigger arches after this one. So now 5 chain loops, 3, 4, 5, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet, and like this continue to make. And the last one arch from 5 chain loops and single crochet around. Okay, and now we need to make here 2 stitches more around the same arch, 1 and 2, and 1 stitch to stitch of previous row, single crochet and 1 slip stitch. We finish this row. Again, turn this element, make 1 chain loop to move up and 1 slip stitch, start from small stitch, very thin one, and now we have 2 stitches, 3 stitches to each stitch of previous row, 1 single crochet. This is the first arch. Around this arch we need to make 3 single crochet, and next start to make arches, all arches from 5 chain loops this time, 5. Okay, we have all arches, 2 stitches around the last arch. Next 2 stitches, the stitches of previous row, single crochet, and the last one slip stitch. Turn this element and start to make next row, 1 chain loop to move up, to the next stitch 1 slip stitch, and next we have few stitches to the stitches of previous row. Now we will make around 2 arches, single crochet. So around first arch 4 single crochet, like this, around the arch. Around the second arch again 4 single crochet, and around the third arch only 3 single crochet, 2 and 3, like this. Now again make few arches, this time only 3 and only from 4 chain loops. First one, second one, and the last one. And now we will go around this first element and just make a contour. It's very simple. Just around each arch we will make single crochet. Around this half of arch we need to make 2 more stitches like this, so in total we have 3 stitches, and around each next arch 4 single crochet. What is the main? You should make them loosely, not tight, because this is a contour of our first leaf. It should be loosely because we will stretch this element, iron, and this row cannot hold our element. It should be loosely. It's very important, so make the stitches very loosely. 4 single crochet around each arch. Around the last arch, next 2 stitches single crochet in this place here, 2 stitches of previous row, and finish by slip stitch in the end, small stitch. Turn this element and start to make the last row of first leaf. 1 chain loop to move up, 1 slip stitch, and next, very simply, just to each stitch of previous row make 1 single crochet and very loosely. This is the last row. This is our contour. It should be loosely, not tight. Very simply, just insert hook below 2 threads each time and make 1 single crochet. Without cutting the thread, we will start to make small second small leaf. After I finish to make contour of this first leaf, I iron this part of element. It looks very nice. Turning is in right shape, and now I am here in this place where we have 3 arches in previous row. These 3 arches will be beginning of our small second leaf. So the last stitch I have here, 2 stitches of previous row, and now we need to look to the graphic and start to make small leaf.